And my friend, I get looked down by my friend and people, who master degree, like what you graduate master's degree and you do farming, and everybody just say that, but it turned out that I make more money than those guys.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm here with Tong from Bangsai. We're standing at the Entrepreneurship Riverside in Bangkok on the 5th floor of their helipad. He has turned this into a farm 3 years ago, his first of 15. Just had an amazing conversation about how he went from 1 to 15 farms as a 25-year-old entrepreneur in Thailand. And I really hope that you enjoy it. It's been a lot of fun for me. I'm sure it will be for you. Tong, thank you very much. This has been fantastic.
Thank you.
Thank you. Tong, thank you very much for taking the time to meet with us. Do me a favor, introduce yourself.
My name is Tong Horsuwan, or you just call me Tong. Okay. The other people here call me Farm Boy.
Farm
because I'm just 25 and right now I'm in charge of this company, so-called Bangsai Agricultural Center. I have zero background in agriculture, like zero, and I'm a master degree, like graduated in finance, and my bachelor is hotel management. So okay. It's nothing to do with
farming. We're at a resort right now called Entrepreneurship Riverside.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about this project,
okay,
and how you started this project.
This project is a co-investment between my company Bangsai and the hotel. Okay. My responsibility here is to produce all the greens, just like you see.
And what do you have here? What are you producing?
Mostly leafy greens and lettuce, okay, herbs, and like tomatoes, which is used a lot by the kitchen.
Okay, so, and then you supply the kitchen 100%, or how much?
Actually, almost everything that is produced here has to go to the kitchen.
You're 25. You have no experience in farming. How did you get started with hydroponic farming?
After I graduate, I work in a hotel, just like in my field of study, in finance, in banking, and whatever. And after that, my dad just called me, and we like father and son, talking, and I finally decided to come back and help him. Thanks to my dad, that he built this stuff, and even though I don't really like it. And my friend, I get looked down by my friend and and people, who master degree, like what you graduate master's degree and you do farming, and everybody just say that. But
so when they look down at you, right, they say, oh, you have a master's in finance, you should do something different. Is that because of money, or because they don't appreciate farming? What's the pressure your friends give you?
Farmer is like one of the lowest like class, for Thai, but anyway, I use that as a con, and I flip it and I turn it into like my own like sell point. Okay. So instead of doing a farm, in rural area, in remote area, why don't we do it in the city? So this one come up, and and all other so many,
So tell me, hydroponics, aquaponics has been very popular, particularly among young urban consumers. What's the benefit of having urban farming or farming inside of the city?
First, you save water. Okay. Imagine that if you grow in a conventional way, in the dirt, once you water it, the water is just gone. And let me tell you this. The plant, they don't need a dirt. They just need water, a nutrient, gas, sunlight, and humidity. Okay. But they don't need dirt. So like growing them on water is just it help increase boost productivity, because if you grow in dirt, it's gonna take like 80 days, 60 days. But just by this method, only 30 days. So
you're 25, your father says, come back and work for me. You say, I want to start a new business. How did you get started? I mean, you didn't run a business before. You're not a farmer, you're an entrepreneur now. How did you get started? What were the first steps?
I learned by mistake. Because if you see this during the first month, it's kind of like nothing grows.
Okay.
And I just learn little by little.
So now you started how long ago with this farm?
It's been almost 3 years.
3 years.
And
Okay. And now you have 15 more, right?
Yes, but not fully owned.
Okay.
Some of them is 50% owned. Some of them is owned by the client, but I'm the advisor.
What were some of the biggest things you learned the last 3 years?
The biggest things I learned is that working with people is like a toughest things, because if you see the new product that I'm working on, everything is, so it's like the farm at this size, 4,000 square meter, I going to like no longer need human result at all, because everything will be controlled to mobile application and all sort of technology, the sensor.
And will you develop that app for yourself, or can you buy it from somebody else?
I've been working with a professor in who is a geek. Writing programs.
So you started off 3 years ago with your father's book. You then, over time, perfected your thing. Now you're developing an app. So you're no longer a farmer in reality, you're a tech entrepreneur. How do you learn? Like, who inspires you to grow yourself?
I just want to get rid of this kind of headache, because as you know that I have several many farms, right? And once I'm not at this side, I'm in the other side. This side going to have some sort of problem again.
Right,
so it's like it's a never-ending like headache. So
then why have 15 separate farms? Why not have one big hydroponic farm?
That is because of the distribution. Because the cost in agriculture is transportation. Most of Thai farmer, they are located like 40-50 kilometers away from the city, and once they get into the city, the traffic jam in Bangkok, as you know it.
It's horrible.
It's horrible. Yeah, true. But if we locate it in urban and locate it across the country, we are creating lower carbon footprint.
Sure.
And we are reaching out to the market, and we can learn better. We can adapt to be more flexible to market. 25
years old, going on 26. You have 15 farms. For you personally, what do you think is the big thing for your future? What are you looking at when you're 40, when you're my age? What's your big idea?
I have a dream that Thai agriculture is like getting back to its, because Thai in the past, after the war with US and Vietnam, Thailand is like one of the key player in world agriculture, and right now we just like nothing. We are just like nothing, truly nothing. So I'm going to like bring it back to its place, and we can be proud of.
So, I mean, that's huge. You're going to try and help Thailand become the world leader in agriculture again. So what do you have to do? Like, what do you have to do to get that done?
First, we have to like use a creative and efficient method, like result efficient and with high productivity, and the product and the produce is going to be like competitive in its own. For example, creating a functional vegetable which I am been currently working on. A functional vegetable is like a medicine vegetable, which I can manipulate the sweetness, the
crispiness,
and the content of nutrient, and also the appearance. So it's like I'm going to make a vegetable like looking more tasty, and have more health benefit, and it can be grown easier, and it's good for everybody. So like it's like some sort of marketing for me.
Speaking of marketing, like what are some markets that you wish that you could sell to right now? Like Who's the hardest market for you to sell to?
The hardest market is local. Normal people is the hardest market because most people, because Thailand are, we are not, Thai people are not very, like have a lot of cash, let's say. So we are very careful in spending, even buying greens from local market. So price is number one.
Okay.
So for sure, if I produce it using this method, I can compete with those who grow in the backyard, in the house, right? So I'm going to try to overcome that, but I still can't see how.
But is that scale? Is that technology? How do you what are some ways that you're trying to overcome that?
I try to overcome the understanding of people.
Okay.
Because people still, like I mentioned earlier, that the hydroponic is still not an acceptable method to produce green.
Oh, okay.
So educating people, making people understand, and making people feel like safe eating this kind of greens is the.
Are there Thais who are already interested, who are already ready? And if so, who are they? Are they new families? What's their background?
Most of them are in academic, and some are the growers who who already been growing using organic method. Okay. But most of them come to me, and they have a problem with uncontrollable, whether in quality, in quantity, and they can't just go 100% organic, because if we say organic, you have to everything natural, and you have to stay, you can't make any damage to the environment, so it's not practical.
Not practical.
And it's time consuming. Okay. And in the end, you spend more money than the other method.
Okay. So what are some challenge? What are the new things you're trying to do to improve yourself or to improve your business?
I try to learn more on technology, and because this thing change, very rapidly. Yeah. Maybe we have a QR, in not so in past recent years, and then the new thing come. Just like the sensor that I invested, that I've been studying, that I've been working on. Maybe in the next week we have something new, and that make that sensor chip obsolete. Yeah. So I'm quite scared of this technological change. Okay. And I might not be able to keep up the new ages, those younger. So these are the kind of things.
How would you build the business differently if you didn't have your dad's background in hydroponics, you didn't have your dad's support? If it was just you and your crazy idea, how would you have built this differently?
I would do a fundraising. Okay. Because the good point of fundraising that I've been seeing on online is that you are getting money from the people that truly understand what you are doing and what your idea is. Okay. So I think that kind of thing is actually cool, and you can have your own alliance who have the same thought, who share the same have the same accomplishment and goals. Yeah. So.
Thank you very much. That's been really cool. Okay. So, it's amazing what you've accomplished in 3 years.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for your time.
Thanks for visiting.